Welcome to the show. I am the Chief Exceptional Officer at DAS HR Consulting, specializing in human resources and diversity programs and services for small to mid-sized companies. We create non-traditional and unique programs to fit your company goals and objectives. We have been in business for 13 years with clients in various industries. This is CEO Interviews with Dr.Di. Welcome to my show, Dr.Di's Interviews with CEOs, and I have the great fortune of having one of the most amazing clients who are with me today. If you want to go to one of the most beautiful places in the world, you want to go to Umauma Experience. So today I am interviewing the CEO, David Gross, and his general manager, John McCullum. So welcome to the show. So David, tell us about Umauma Experience. What was your vision? Tell us all about it.
It all began with a vision in 2009. My father-in-law and myself, we actually wanted to create a place for guests to be able to experience Hawaii in a very special way, allowing them to have multiple experiences on one piece of property. And my father-in-law and I worked together to develop the property, allowing great guest access to waterfall pools and to experience a one-of-a-kind adventure, Zipline, that flies you over 14 waterfalls and views that are breathtaking.
Wow. I've been there. I love it. John, as the general manager, what do you tell us about Umauma's experience for the guests that come?
Absolutely. Umauma Experience is pretty much the premier destination on the Big Island for outdoor activities. And so we provide excellent zipline experiences, excellent ATV experiences from start to finish, from check-in to check-out. It is our goal is to give you a 5-star experience. We have, we believe, the most beautiful property. We have 18 waterfalls on property, and like David just mentioned, we zip over 14 of them. We're the waterfall zip line of the Big Island. They say people go to the Hawaii for 3 things for the Big Island: is the volcano, its beaches, and its waterfalls. Well, we don't have volcano, thank God, on our property, but we do have waterfalls galore, and so we, if you enjoy waterfalls, Umauma's your zip line.
Yeah, I want to show you all the video that shows how beautiful this property is. I know you all would love to experience that because I have and my family has, and it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So David, as CEO, what's your vision for the next couple of years for Umauma Experience? I know you added rappel, you added horseback riding, the ATVs. Not only do the guests have that wonderful experience of the zip, but they can go, those who don't want to zip, because I was a scaredy cat, is to go to the pond and have lunch by the pond. It was just an amazing experience. So what's your vision as CEO?
Well, the vision of our property and of our company is obviously to give guests and anybody that shows up at our property an opportunity to really understand Hawaii and what it is, the excitement of it, the beauty of it. And not only do you have the beauty of the waterfalls, but the people of our property are one that really makes it this most special part. And we also are really into understanding with the leadership of John here is really bringing into the culture of Hawaii. So as we move into the next years of our company, we're going to bring in options of giving cultural experiences on the property. So you'll see that coming up in the next years here. But really just the part of just having the beauty and the experience when you come back from your trip, you'll remember your Umauma Experience.
You also have wonderful gardens. Mm-hmm. I know your father and you were very passionate about the gardens. Yeah. Talk a little bit about that, because when your guests come mm-hmm. and they're going to experience the culture, they also want to see the beauty right. of Hawaii. And I believe that your gardens do that.
Well, it's very beautiful. My father-in-law, Cleo, I mentioned him earlier, really was very, very inspired by waterfalls, but also beauty of flowers. And so to remember him, we've obviously dedicated an area there on the property basically for him. And so when you actually come to our property, you'll see some very beautiful native plants that are them from Hawaii, and also just a beautiful walk through a peaceful garden there, on the top of having a beautiful triple-tier waterfall, which is really known very much through the world, called the Umauma Falls. So it's right there embedded right into the falls of Hawaii in our area right there on our property. Another thing I wanted to say is that you'll notice through our property we have experiences, and every time you come through, we're from Texas, so obviously there's a little Texas flair in there.
Yeah, right.
And so every gate that you go through is a Texas gate, and so you have an experience on everything on our property multiple times. So you'll see that through the property, some Texas flair to give you some excitement to everything as an experience.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, and John, you were telling me that those who come from Texas, I think Texas is the number 3 state that goes to Hawaii. Yeah. So can you give us some stats about those states that are going to visit Hawaii?
Yeah, interesting enough, when we look back on our digital waivers, it gives us a reading of the top states that guests come from. California being the first, and Washington, and obviously Hawaii, because a lot of locals. But Texas ranks as our number 4 state of guest visits, so that's pretty exciting.
So have you seen the business start to come back now that we're getting into hopefully post-COVID? And share with us about that.
Sure. Pre-COVID, Hawaii was hitting a record number. I think we hit 10 million guests to the state of Hawaii in 2019, and that was a huge milestone. Then obviously in early 2020, COVID hit, and it pretty much went to zero. I think we were getting like 40 people a day for business travels. It was really bad. Post-COVID, I don't know that we've fully hit the numbers yet, but we're really close. But as for an activity perspective, because there's been some attrition due to COVID, then compression has taken place, whereas there's maybe less activities for the guests that are coming, so those activities that are open are experiencing a little bit more than usual business, and we've definitely experienced that in 2021 and already looking at that and going to 2022. So basically the way that translates for your guests that are coming now is book early, because we'll get sold out weeks in advance now.
So David, as CEO, what do you find are the challenges for running this great business of yours? And I know there was COVID, but what are the other challenges that you see going forward as you enhance the business?
Well, I think in any business here lately, and I'll say the COVID was very detrimental, I would say, to most businesses, not only in Hawaii, but also here in the States, worldwide. So I guess any corporation or any company had those challenges, not only that financially, but also employee retention. I think that was kind of your bigger challenge is, finding and making sure you can retain your employees and that you're taking care of them in that time. And so it's very important for me, and I know John and our staff, to not only enhance the well-being of our staff, because that is what makes our company, is actually the face of Umauma of our people. It's the experience of a lifetime for that reason. We quote that. It's because of our people. So making sure our employees are healthy, keeping that well-being, safety is important, but also giving them opportunities to be able to grow in our company. And to have those options and give that enhancement in each business, I believe you'll be able to hold that in. So it's important for going into 2022 that we continue to invest in our people, and that's what we do. John has done a great job with that, and our staff, Mahi, our operations manager, and so the challenge would be to continue moving our company into a stronger area with our people, and we have the best in the business.
Yeah. So John, tell me a little bit about your employees. Are they Hawaiian? Are they transplants from another state? Like people saying, I'm out of Texas, I'm going to Hawaii to live.
Right. It's really awesome working with our staff and in the cultural diversity that we're in. Hawaii is known as the melting pot of the Pacifics because of the history and the culture of the islands, where so many different nationalities came in during the immigration days of working on sugar plantations. So we have it all. We have Hawaiian, Chinese, Japanese, Filipino, we have it all in mixes. And with college students, we do have people from the States that are going to college there, and this is one heck of a summer job for them, or a part-time job for them. And we're blessed that COVID was a curveball for us, but we were able to furlough about half of our staff. So to keep a veteran staff with the culture of Umauma, that they've been taught, to be able to come back and return, to share that with the new hires and the new trainees, it's been really, really good. Great mix of people where that aloha spirit is sort of kind of baked into our DNA. It's who we are. So they really love their sense of place and they sense of person, and they love what they do. So being able to share that, I think it adds a whole nother dimension to the experience for our guests.
Yeah.
Well, thank you both for being on my show. I appreciate it. I love being your HR person as well. You were one of my first clients, 13 years, and I've seen
It's been a great ride.
the company's grown so much. So thank you again. I want to make sure I have you back and learn about more Umauma Experience.
Absolutely.
Excellent.
Yes, these are the employees of Umauma Experience, and make sure you've got the website, you jot it down, and go to their website. And if you're looking for a great experience in Hawaii, you want to visit Umauma Experience.